Okay, I just did some rock knocks in here. Anyway, that tower over there is where I want to be when I leave the fruit. I'm going to leave it in one of my old hats so it has my scent on it. Plus they see me wearing a hat. So maybe it'll be the start of a beautiful friendship. Or maybe they won't let me get by there on the way back. I mean, my dog made it about halfway and then she came back up that hill over there. And then she wanted to go away from our vehicle, which is way back there. So she came down that path and we came over here. And I'll film this way. Just over the mound, you can see the pop can there. That's right underneath that is where my print's curing. I don't know what's back in there, but I'm really curious to see if they tore down their structure or took down their barriers. Cause maybe I missed it because I had to go around waterways, and plus having to lift my dog up over rocks and stuff, I had to take a different route than before. But anyway, back at that tower, between those last two towers, that's where I came across the barriers and then that shelter. So who knows where they are? I mean, they could be on this side of the clear cut, on that side. I just got finished scanning, and I got my dog. She's over there. You can see her there. I got her. Sit! Lay down! Lay down, Sam! You lay down! Lay down! I got her under the trees. My backpack's on her leash. She's pretty good. She's trained, but she's trained to be quiet too when she sees big animals. But a while back, she got all scared. That film I made, video of what was it called? Archers, Barriers, Dens, Tree Fort, Prince Omai, or something like that. Anyway, she got really scared when I went in there. And it's the first time I heard her kind of whimper, bark. But who knows? Okay, so it's just a little vid of what's going on here. Maybe some other people can see the big smellies hiding behind trees and stuff. It's hard to see them when you're out here because everything blends, but the digital aspect of the cameras, you can play around with it and zoom in and see shapes like the one person did with that shape I walked right by when I was going back to the nest in between the barriers and the nest. I walked right by, I don't know, six footer or so shape. And I think I made a comment like, yikes, I walked right by that shadow and or that dark shape, and it could have reached out and grabbed me or something to that effect. Anyway, come on, print. It's going to be difficult for it drying in this rain. But anyway, next time I'm going to put this Coke can up there so I don't miss the mark again going around waterways and stuff. A lot of water up here. Thousands of lakes, untold rivers and streams and that. I mean, you can walk 100 meters in any direction and find water, pretty much. Pretty rugged country in here, though. See the Canadian Shield, and the hills just keep getting bigger the further north and east you go. Or actually west, too. You get into other areas. Alright, well. Man. So I keep making short vids here because you never know, I might have pissed them off the other day. I was thinking about that afterwards. I went in there not expecting for them to be home. You know, I was just, another shelter shot, and then I'm like, damn, there's a head right there, and look up, look around, find a print, find a body lay impression, And then I videoed those snap branches, and then it panned back, and then on the reverse pan, I caught the gray guy just staring at me like that, and I'm like, wow, he's like 6 feet away, and that big black one was about maybe 8 feet away. But I'm gonna say she, but I don't know if it's she, but it was up on its elbow, sort of watching me, laying on its side, and I'm like, dang. But anyway, yeah, I on the way over there, I heard a little bit of snaps and kind of faint kind of bird sound things. So I kept stopping and then looking around, because you don't want these things sneaking up on you while you're watching one. So anyway, I'll have a look over here. Okay, something tried to outflank me here. I don't know. Maybe it's an advantage being in the forces, tracking and hunting other soldiers, and search and rescue volunteer there, and did some guide in the Rockies. Maybe it's an advantage when you get into something like this to have those abilities under your belt. And I mean, people were asking, why didn't I slow down the pan? Well, I was nervous. There was things around me. I knew where two were, but I didn't know where the other ones were. So I mean, I don't mind taking a little bit of risk, but I want to make it home to my family too. But then again, all I got is my big hunting knife and a lot of courage and some prayers, I guess. I don't think these things will hurt you, at least not in a day. So, alright, let's wrap up this boring vid. Have another shot at my print here. Looks like something stepped here too. You can see where it's lower there. And then an impression here. It's low here. I don't know if you can see that's low right in there. And then here it's squished down again. But those ones weren't as good. And there's some something that went through there. Anyway. And then off down in there. But I don't want to go in that thicket. You can only see about 20 feet in front of you if you get down in there. Alright. Back to print and watching my dog.